Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're working on our client-side, server-side rendering library, which we have renamed to Wasm-side rendering. The name yesterday was a little bit of a joke. We introduced it. The idea here is that I don't like writing JavaScript, right? So we're working on this meal tracking website. One of the things that we might do on this site is like make a list of ingredients. They're colored according to if they have had all of their attributes entered. And when I like go into these things, you know, we have like their serving info and stuff, right? So this page right here, test.html. This page has no unique JavaScript to him. Despite the fact that we are kind of doing some client-side generation of links. So what happens here is we say, hey, include the Wasm-side rendering framework. Framework is a strong word. The Wasm-side rendering 120 lines of JavaScript, right? And could you please tie that to this ingredients.wasm page? And what we will say is, in like HTMX style, let's issue like a get onto this URL on the server, which will return like a JSON blob, right? We have like ingredients like this. We read this like JSON blob back from the server, and could you like generate this some HTML out of that thing, out of what comes back? And so we have this like in ingredients zig. We just have an entry point that is exported, make ingredient links, and he does some like HTML generation, right? This has been cleaned up a little bit since yesterday. We've made a few changes, which I'll go over in a second. But you know, he here basically says like, let me parse all of that. All of the response as JSON. Let me like sort it in whatever way I want it sorted by name. Then I will like write this stuff as a series of links, right? So he just says like, make me an open tag A, set the href, you know, add the class if I need to, put the content in there, close the tag, put a little new line, right? Pretty straightforward. And the nice thing here is I don't have to write in JavaScript. And it kind of behaves in a similar way to like how people were talking about HTMX in the past, where we're like, hey, I just want to like replace my self content. So here we're saying like replace the inner HTML attribute with like the thing we rendered. Since yesterday, we've made a bunch of improvements. Nothing like feature wise. We haven't really like gotten any farther along this path. We were working on this other page here, trying to like fill out the rest of the ingredient page. But yeah, we did a bunch of cleanup. So a lot of the memory management we did yesterday was kind of rough because we were trying to like return packets almost from this like generate function that was being called. And we were trying to say like, hey, WSR system, could you please, how do I say this? Do these actions, right? And we kind of replaced, like, that meant that we had to like allocate some memory, put our like packets in there that the WSR system parsed, and then like free that memory later. What we realized today was that if we just use callbacks into JavaScript, that's a lot easier. So now we just have like a replace self content function that we call that gets bound into the WSR system. He has like replace self content, just does like get me some those Wasm strings, let me shove that shit in there. Right, so that's really easy. We did like a bunch of like we fixed like some debug mode problems. Our server was kind of broken. We thought that if the Wasm file got too big, it would exceed the size of our buffer in our server. We just didn't notice, and we just sent like half the Wasm. So that was a mistake. We renamed client-side, server-side rendering to Wasm-side rendering because the joke has run its course. Just like a few like helper stuff. Nothing too big. So we are ready to continue on with trying to match the existing ingredient page. So this is what it looks like in the real version of the site, and this is what it looks like now. So we have to finish that shit up. So let's jump in there and see what we gotta do. So I guess like already done, and then bookmarks. Okay, so we have to dynamically generate this content. The thing we got to do here is, I mean, there's like some styling issues to fix. I don't really care about those right now. What I'm really more interested in is generating these things. So we iterate over all of the properties that are associated with this guy, and we create a delete button and some inputs that go with him. So I guess what we have to do here is we have to do the same thing in our land, ingredient.zig. So this is going to go in like the properties section, I guess. Test to HTML. Do we have a properties section right now? No. Properties. And I guess he needs like an ID here. So property content, I guess we'll call it. And we have to like request somehow that we like change this stuff. So let's just start by like putting all of the names in there. And then figure it out after. So ingredient Wasm. Hello? Oh, ingredient zig. My bad. So here in the ingredients that we get, we probably have like properties here. What do they look like? Properties are a list of properties. Okay. So these, interesting. So this is ID, ingredient ID, property ID. So this is like an ingredient property, I guess. And this is ID. We got ingredient ID. We got property ID, and we got value. I almost we'll use a float here for now. We will use a float here for now. I'm not sure if we should be using fixed point numbers to match what we're doing on the server, but it's fine for now. And what's interesting here is this means that in order to like get the names, we have to index into like a second API, right? So on this page, what they do is we also request the properties URL. And so I almost feel like we need to like, I guess in our ingredient page, it's almost like we want like a page builder almost, right? And in here, we're gonna have like ingredient, right? And we're also gonna have like properties, right? And the property has ID and name, right? So we have like ID and name, right? And somehow here, these are going to get like populated after each request finishes, right? So what's happening here? Let me think for a second. Yeah, so we're going to be like push property, like handle properties response is like one of the things that we're going to do on here. And I guess maybe like if this thing is done, if we have finished doing everything, we are like ready to like construct the full page. You know what I mean? And then like same with ingredient response, right? Yeah. It's like something like that. And we need to like have some way to flag an ingredient HTML that we want to fetch from multiple URLs. Sorry, in test to HTML. My bad. So like before we were saying, hey, on the body, get from this URL. I guess we could make this like a list of URLs. I wonder if like doing this as an attribute somewhere doesn't make sense anymore. Because like the original intent was to the original intent was to attach attach a get to like a replacement of a node. That's not like how this is working anymore. What happens instead is we kind of just like call into Wasm, and Wasm does whatever the fuck it wants. Maybe you want to do a fetch from Wasm Zigland. That feels kind of right, actually, huh? So maybe we like there's something here. There's something here for sure. So we could just feed in. We could say run make ingredient. We could run like page init almost, right? Or yeah, page init, and he could take in. We could do this. We could do on event load call page init, and we have an argument field here that says like take attribute, take the attribute of this element, and so we can get a little tricky here using the fields that we already have. We can say WSR argument is equal to ingredient ID, right? And then do this, right? That's not crazy. That's not crazy. So we say set the attribute to ingredient ID. Then once we load, call page init with this thing. That's not crazy. That's not crazy. I don't know about like ordering here. So we have to be a little bit careful there. But I'm not against it. Not against it. Okay, so let's just see what happens if we do this. There's gonna be a lot of problems with everything else. But that's okay. Okay, so the question is are we like running the shit? It looks like no. It looks like he should be complaining that page init doesn't exist, and that's not happening. So maybe we need like a different event here. Not sure. Can we see if this is like getting in WSR? Are we at least like seeing this attempt? Like, are we seeing this element? You know? We are seeing this. That's interesting. So this is kind of nice in some way. Can we see if this is? It could be that the body is already loaded by this point. You know what I mean? Like we're attaching it to onload too late. So because like maybe like window onload happens after body load. So I wonder if we just say like maybe we have like one more guy. Hear me out. WSR immediate. We do this right fucking now. Okay? So we go like, no event listener shit. We just fucking run this shit right fucking now. And this guy's gonna have the Wasm target here. Are you assigning directly to onload or adding another event listener to the load event? Adding another event listener to the load event. Right, we're kind of doing this here. Add event listener to load. So there's probably a like, I think it's just happening out of order, I think. But whatever. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I don't really care. This is a fine workaround for now. The rest of this is fine. Handle WSR. Whoopsies. Immediate. Okay. So maybe now we go to ingredient. Test to HTML. It's so hard for me to remember. So now we're gonna do immediate is equal to page init. Okay, hype. Let's see how this goes. Handle WSR immediate at 117. Oh, that's an interesting place for this to be a problem. Maybe it's because byte length is 0. I think that happens sometimes. So can we look at console log encoded? Yeah, so this is not doing anything that I want. Argument? Ingredient ID, okay. Oh, it's because we have it as, this is wrong. Hold on. I didn't want to set this as an attribute. I literally just want to put it like as like a key value like this. A little hack, if you will. But it's okay. You can just do that. Okay, so now Wasm target is not a function, which makes sense. We were saying call page init, and that doesn't exist yet. So let's make it. Okay, so this guy has to request. First, he has to like extract. Hold on. First he needs to extract the ID. So maybe we do something like this. We'll see. Var instance page builder is equal to null, and function init instance here, which will be like page builder. If instance is not equal to null, we have error already initialized. That's a bug. Otherwise, we do instance is equal to nulls everywhere. And return this guy. Okay. So now we can be like page builder instance in an instance. Okay. And then what are we going to do? We're going to be like request. We're going to change this request put function that is exposed by this guy. We're going to change this to request fetch. Okay? And in here, method is going to be one of the things that we pass in from Zigland. Okay? And this goes here. And then at the end of this, we're going to ask it a callback as well. I wonder if we can give the function pointer as like a pointer directly, or if Wasm needs that to be like a name. We'll just do it by name by now. But I'm kind of curious to know, can we just give a function pointer directly? That'd be kind of hype. Okay, so we're going to do this thing. And then when we are done, we're going to have like a response. This is already done down here, actually. So can we kind of turn this into something? Like function. This is going to be called like a fetch and callback. Fetch and call. Sure. Maybe this is going to be like call on response. And this is going to take like the response. Or the like fetch promise. Yeah. Yeah. So now this goes like this. Fetch promise, then do this, then do that. Then we like put the thing in the input buffer and we call Wasm. Nice. Okay. So now we can go call on response this, but we need to also pass in what the like target is. Yeah. So this is going to be method. And then down here, we have call on response of fetch URL and Wasm target. Okay, that's looking promising. Okay. So then in WSR zig, we need to change this request thing to request fetch, which takes in the method pointer method len, as well as the callback pointer and the callback len. Right. We can leave the request put here as it was. Like this. Just so that everything else keeps working the way it was. And then we can make like a nicer request fetch function. We'll put a like fix me deprecated on here. And this is the what are we looking for? URL body method and callback. Okay. Callback pointer len and len. Okay. So now here on page init, we can say request fetch of, you know, ingredient ID. That's one of the things that we're going to look for. And on that, we're going to call something. I don't know yet. Body null method get callback ingredient fetched. Ingredient on ingredient response. That seems kind of nice. Okay. That seems kind of reasonable. So then we should have like pub export function on ingredient response. And can we just do whatever the fuck we were doing before here? So this is like make ingredient content. That seems kind of good. Yeah. Okay, that builds. Does it run? Request put is not defined. Who the fuck is calling request put? No one, right? Like, cause it shouldn't. Oh. My bad. I see. Okay, so what happened here? Get Wasm string at request fetch failed. Okay. What's going on here? What is going on here? Can I look at the backtrace here? Body pointer. Oh, here we just need to handle if this is 0. Return this. Happy. Okay, so head or get request cannot have a body. So now on this like request fetch, we need to handle the fact where like if we probably have like params is equal to this. And then we go like if body length is not equal to 0. Oh, we probably just return null there instead actually. No. If body length is not equal to 0, we put body here. like this, right? And then we can do params here. And now he should handle that, I think. Syntax. A little bit whiner, this guy. Elem is not defined. Yeah, true. Yeah, it does seem like this is not associated with an element anymore, huh? Okay. Let's figure this out. So here, I guess on request fetch, this is null. This is elem. Sure. So does this do the fetch? Yes, he does. He is doing the fetch here, but he's using the wrong ID. So an ingredient zig here. This guy's gotta get the ID. So right, we have like probably we use the ID here. Right? Just so we can keep that for later. I'm sure that would maybe that's relevant. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. So ID is parse int of, an I64 from the input buffer. And then we have the like URL is URL buff. Is there like a nicer thing we can do here? Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Ingredients, number. And then URL buff is like, 50 bytes or something. And then we use URL here. I guess we do need to build. Okay. So this is really good. That means he actually did issue the request and get the response, which is big for us. And now we just need to make sure that like on ingredient response, I don't know if that was called. It looks like we got stuck here. WSR call on response. Can we like let's just say, let's see what we got here. Can we just like console log this shit? Fetch, promise, elem, wasm target. Let's just see what we got. Wasm target get seems very incorrect. We just forgot to get the callback. Oopies. On ingredient response, so now he's saying not a function. But somebody's saying that I typoed, which seems very likely. I do that all the time. So let's just make sure that, like, oopsies. On ingredient response. Make. Refresh. Hype. Hype! Dude, we're so back. We're so fucking back! Okay, so now what we should do here is instead of doing this, we should start looking at, like, page builder instance, or else can we do this like get instance? I think I like this better. If instance is equal to null, return error not initialized. Oopsies, what the fuck just happened? And then we say return like this. So we can call like get instance here. Now like this. Okay. Then we can do like page builder, push, like handle ingredient response. Right? Something like this. Okay. No handle ingredient response because I didn't take in the page build here. Okay. Response, true. 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 And here, I guess we like parse the ingredient like this. And it's just like a self dot ingredient is equal to this. Seems reasonable. If self ingredient is not equal to null, return error already initialized. Okay. And I feel like this is the same for properties. Okay. So we like try to parse this thing as a list of properties. Yeah. Seems fine. So then we have like on properties response. And then probably on both these guys, we check like if page builder is ready. Like paid, we do something. Yeah. So you have like a build here, takes in a page builder, and this will return a optional page, I think. And then here we store properties like this. Yeah, dude. That's awesome. That's huge. So here we're like, if self dot ingredient is not equal to null and self properties, I guess it's more like this. Yeah, it's something like this. Ingredient equals ingredient, self ingredient, or else return null. Properties is equal to self properties, or else return null. And then we have like arena here is, an arena allocator, initialized with the Wasm allocator. Yeah. So now this like init instance goes away probably, and this kind of gets handled here. Who's responsible for like? I guess it's like this. Page instance is equal to this, and then here we should immediately call page instance. Make ingredient content or something. Yeah, so like build if ready type shit. Yeah. Wait. That feels pretty good. Yeah. We just have to fix this shit. True. I guess it's just or else return. We're not ready. And I guess we should, do this. I don't really know what, like, order this is gonna execute in. I don't know if it's top to bottom. It wouldn't shock me if it's not. So let's do this. Hit this shit first. And... okay. I think this init instance is dead now. I think. Which means make ingredient content is dead, I guess. And what's this mad about? Expected optional type return. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I guess I kind of do want this to return null, even if it is void. That's weird. Hold on. Because we need to know if this thing needs to return. So just slapping or else return everywhere? Does that kind of like do... that's kind of what I want, I guess. That's kind of funny. Yeah, okay. Okay. So even if this thing returns void, I just have or else return everywhere. Okay, so this compiles. So now the question is like, does it do anything? I guess we need to also request a, we need to do, properties, get, and then on properties response, right? And then once the two of these guys kind of come together, oh, that's so fucking close, dude! Okay, so the title is broken, for sure, but it looks like we at least, like, got the ingredient and properties response and then started doing something with them. So that's pretty fucking cool. Now, why the fuck is the title wrong? That's something that we have to address. So can we here maybe on handle ingredient response? Can we log print wsr get input buffer? Let's just kind of see what the fuck is going on there. What the fuck is going on there? So this is fine. Something else is not fine. So we parse from slice leaky on this guy. Can we print ingredient name here? Like, is he good here? He is. Yeah, so he's good at this point, and then we seem to be losing him somehow. Why? Because we just, like, allocate this guy one time. We should never free him. Can we print it here as well? Print the name of ingredient name, and this is at, like, later, I guess, just to make sure that we don't forget. Okay. That's interesting to me. What the fuck is happening? I don't think we should be doing any, like, freeze or anything. I don't think. Yeah, that's really interesting. Really interesting. Can we, so is the length here correct? I assume it is. This should be like, chair 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Yeah, okay. So we have parsed this thing. It's confusing. Very confusing. I don't, because like I would have thought that this stuff is like stable. I wonder if like on Wasm allocator resize, if we're like invalidating memory somehow. Right, like we parse one thing, we parse the second thing, and it's like a big like array list, and the pointers get invalidated. But that would be crazy. That would be like an insane way for this to behave. That would be crazy. I don't have another theory though. Yeah, I don't have another thought. Zig Wasm allocator pointer invalid. Let's just see if there's like a bug. This might be related. This is not it. This is not it. Can we print? Let's just do the simple thing here. Print sell the pointer value. We need to, disambiguate this somehow. Right? Is it at the very least storing the same pointer? Is it P for pointer type or something? Oh my god. Any. Okay. So that's a clue, is that they're using the same pointer value and it's getting destroyed. What are our options here? Stack and heap are colliding. That's a very real possibility. Or heap is like changing. So can we, let's do this. Let's do this. On properties response, let's try to do this. Okay. So if we do not parse, oh, we should build, huh? So even if we don't do anything with properties response, this thing still dies. What is it? Right? Let's like fuck this wingding shit. Like, what are we looking at? Zig's list of like Zig's sentinel value for invalid memory. That's interesting. I'm also curious to know. We have. You did some or else return. Might be some bug there. I don't think so. I don't think so, but there is something to look out for. I'm more suspect of the way we feed our input buffer in is they have functions here for allocate input buffer and get input buffer. And I'd be curious to know the size here. Allocating buffer of this. Okay? So I assume here that we're allocating a 1200 megabyte buff, 1200 byte buffer. And can we just do something like fucking stupid? I would love to just like pointer is. Do you think that's hex? Gotta be, right? I guess. Pointer from int. Can we just like fucking look at this thing? Stud mem span. Or can we do like a how do I construct with these things? Can I like do this? S pointer is equal pointer. S len is equal 13. I just want to see. I just want to cheat. So before we do that, before can we do any here? After. I just want to know. I like it feels like this is where things would fall over. That's interesting. Maybe this is decimal. That's interesting. Zero's here, 170's here. 120011. 120011. Maybe this doesn't work the way I thought it would. Is it different garbage every time you run it? No, it's the Zig Sentinel for like this is freed memory. Which is very, very confusing. Can we cheat for a second? Can we go back to where the fuck we were? Ingredient Zig here? Okay. Let's just fucking... Okay, something like this. Can we log, can we go like WSR, allocate input buffer size, and then can we start logging what we got here? WSR, print, any, page builder. Dude, I don't really care. Ingredient, fuck. Page builder is handle error. Page builder get instance here, or else return. Can we print out if page builder ingredient? Can we log that thing? I just want to see. Ingredient name. Okay. Not initialized, right. Fine. We're just kind of going all around. God, I'm just trying to... I just want to know. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is before alloc. Before allocate, we see this. After alloc. Okay, yeah. So this is a really good clue. Really big clue. So my guess was right here that just doing like an input. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Oh, my fucking dumbass dumb brain, dude. My dumbass fucking brain. Okay. We can explain it. We can explain it. I understand the bug. Okay, so you have input buffer in, right? In here, we had our ingredient response. And in this ingredient response, one of the things was the name, right? Then we parse this thing. Parse. And in here, we do like name is a pointer here to part of the input buffer. He's still pointing to the input buffer here. Then later we nuke the input buffer and replace it with something else, and we're still pointing to the old input buffer like dumbasses. So we need to not do that. That was fucking stupid. We need to, when we do parse from slice leaky, we need to be like, allocate is always. Always fucking allocate a new thing. Do not fucking reference anything that was in there. Please, God, please, for the love of God, do not do that. Much better. The classic forgot to clone the variable link and put stuff from the input. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now we can go back. We can undo all our hacks here. Undo all our hacks. God damn it, dude. Okay. This guy. Bring this back. Bring this back. Okay, refresh. Let's go! We're so back, baby. Okay, so after all of that, we should have like a list of properties that we can work with here. Right? So we should be able to go like for properties. We should be able to like start generating some HTML. Right? So we go in here, and each one we're just gonna make a little bit of a, I guess like a div for it. All right, so let's do this. HTML gen writer, given, you know, property buff writer or something. This is gonna be a array list. Yes. Sure. With our arena allocator. Okay. And we can yeah, it's fine. I don't really give a fuck. Like we should probably guess an initial size, you know. Set capacity, init capacity. What's like the fucking ensure? Is this how I'm supposed to do this? This function will modify the array so it can at least, yeah, okay. And we'll just like put it like at least 4K, just to kind of seed them a little bit. Okay. Okay. So here, what we're gonna do? We're gonna be like for each property, HTML writer, open tag div, close tag div, and set the content. So this is gonna come from the property name probably. Except this is gonna be the we want ingredient properties here. So this is an ingredient property here. And we need to extract the name from properties. So it's almost like we want to convert this to a map, to be honest. But for now we'll just do like a linear search. Property by ID. And we'll just put a fix me here, hash map. But for now, we'll just go like for self properties. If prop ID is ID, return prop, return null. Wow. So now we can go over here and we can go like property is self property by ID of the ingredient property ID here. And then we can say here that we like do HTML writer content with the property name. Right? Or else continue. This should be like a log here. Error. Missing property ID. I guess like or else unreachable is not crazy here, to be honest. Not really sure. No, I mean no, we shouldn't be doing that. ingredient property ID. Boom. Okay, that builds. We do need to like put these in the DOM though, huh? So we should be like WSR replace LM content of whatever the fuck we named this thing in test2 HTML. So we named this thing property content. And we are replacing the inner HTML value content with whatever the fuck we had in HTML writer buff items. In property buff items. Boom. I think. Okay, so good news is that worked. Bad news is that was slow as fuck, no? Oh, I guess it's fast now, though. That's pretty sick. Okay, sick. We're definitely getting somewhere. Okay, so what we actually want to do is we want to actually replicate whatever we had in, the real page, right? So can we start looking at what the actual content here is supposed to look like? Looks like the ingredient properties thing is supposed to have class common grid. So we can just do this. And so that should make it so that this stuff starts, okay, that's like grid-like. Okay. And then they just started hucking. Does someone not need to set, oh, we need probably our ingredient CSS or something? I feel like this is supposed to have grid template columns of 3 or something for it to show up like this. Where is that CSS rule coming from? Yeah, we have ingredient.css here. So, like, is that showing up? Oh, we probably have the name here is not right anymore. Ingredient properties is what we used there last time. And then here we need to do that in ingredient properties. We need to keep our names the same so that our CSS rules are the same. Hello? Ingredient properties. Ingredient properties. Okay, there we go. Here we go. So there's our little grid. There is our little grid, and now we just start putting in like the pieces that match whatever we did over here. So here we had each thing, we put in a delete button, a label, and an input. Delete button, label, input. Okay. So can we do that? Delete button, label, input. And this is like close, self-close. Okay. Make. Refresh ourselves. Good. We're getting somewhere. Our delete button is not showing up, probably because in ingredient.html we need to include our special. Oh, sorry, in test HTML. Sorry, of course. We need to include our special type here. So source is equal to whatever the fuck it's called, delete button.js or something. Yeah. Like this, so that we have the definition for this guy. Nice. Wait, that is huge. Huge. We need to start like setting up these like attribute types as well. So like type should be number here. So we should be like attribute type number. I guess we probably have to build for that to show up. Okay. That's kind of sick. And then, I guess it's like value is the fucking ingredient property value, but this needs to be as a string. So can we do like a value string is, we have like number string, yeah? Ingredient property value. Oh, come the fuck on! Wait, that's actually so easy peasy lemon squeezy, dude. Okay, so we need to make it so that when we like delete here, something like fucking happens, right? So I guess that means that like we're going to call, we need to like attach some like of our attribute things to this thing, right? So like here we want like you know, add an attribute here of WSR event to the delete button, and then on click, right? And then on click, we have what was the way that this worked? Oh, is it WSR on event? Yeah, so here we have argument and generate. So here we'll add like one of our functions. So we'll just say like on delete right now. On property delete. And we'll just make a little on property delete and we'll see what happens. Right? Seems reasonable to me. We'll do like a little WSR print deleted. Now, I think that this will not work. My suspicion here is that this won't work because while we will have the WSR attribute here, I think that we will, since we only hook these things up on page load, I don't think that this will like automatically make it back here. Right? So I suspect that if we look at this guy, and he's going to have, you know, WSR on event click, WSR can generate, but when I do this, like, he's not doing anything, right? So we need to make it so that, like, is there like an on, you misspelled property in the other code? Yeah, true. On property. Not that it matters yet. That would have come up soon. So we need to do like, is there like HTML events for like DOM node inserted? Like something like that? Is this like a real thing? Mutation observer. Okay, so give me an example. Hit me with an example. So we have an observer with log changes. Can we just do this for a second? So this is like, does this like work on like the whole fucking tree? Looks kind of like it. So let's just do this for a second. And I guess we probably want to do this on page load. Probably like here. Before we start doing any other shit, we probably want to like get this guy ready to go. Container is not defined. Oh. Log is not defined. Can we just like fucking, yeah, what is going on here? Let's just do a, like this. Log is not defined. Hello. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Can we just do this? Can we just do like, fuck this. Added node. I don't really care about removed right now. Okay, nice. Nice. So we do have this. And does this guy have, like... Here we go. Yeah. Nice. So all we need to do is say, like, on this thing... added... So here we should just be like, handle mutation on handle mutation, right? And we just look at all of the fucking added nodes, and if it has the properties that we care about, we go like, if lm get if lm get attribute of wstar immediate okay, we do like do wstar immediate with lm. I think that makes sense. So this is like do wstar immediate, which should be like here. Yeah. Immediate. Fucking autocomplete, dude. Okay. Then else if lm get attribute, you know, wstar on change or event. Was it on event? Do wsar on event lm. Do wsar on event lm. And these guys need to get renamed, these handlers, but that's fine. We'll kind of cover that later. Okay, and then we have one more, right? It's else if lm get attribute is it null or undefined? Null. Oh yeah. So is our get is the other one. Do wsar on get. I guess it's not do wsar on event. This is like bind wsar event. And this is like I think this just won't happen. Can we just do like a assert throw new error unimplemented? That's easier for now. Easier for now. Okay, so now I'm hoping log changes. What the fuck? Wow. I'm hoping now that when I click these, we're hoping to see... Okay, wait, good sign. Something happened. Something. I don't know what, but like something. Okay, so this is, oh, we have no argument probably. So here we want to do something like if argument is not equal to null, probably. I think we want to do all this. Okay, so I click. Let's fucking go, dude! Let's go. Okay, so now this thing is immediately getting back into fucking Wasm land. Oh, that's fucking sick. Okay. Wait, this is so big for us, dude. Okay, so now we need a way to like delete these three things on delete, right? So on delete here, we probably actually do need to assign a argument, which ideally we would like populate here. So I think that like I think this like WSR argument thing, I actually think that like this should come from an attribute. Sometimes. I think that this needs to be like function get WSR argument from an element needs to be like, okay, so like check this argument. Like, I don't know what the right word for this is. One of them is like attribute, right? One is like, hey, get this thing from like an attribute on the HTML. And then the other one is like, like property or like object. You know, like when I call like lm.value, what is this called? It's got to be property, right? Right? It's got to be. Right? Right? So yeah, it's like if this is not equal to null, then we get like we have here, I guess it's like let arg, you know, arg is equal to null. Here we have arg is like, I guess like this. Arg attr. And then we have probably like arg prop. And this is gonna be like lm get attribute. You know what I mean? Like something like this. And this is probably just like a return. Yeah. If arg prop is not equal to null, then we return lm arg prop. Nice. Nice. Okay. And so now this is get WSR argument of the lm. Right? I think so. And this is gonna break everywhere so far. So everywhere like WSR argument here. Oops, test 2, my bad. These are all WSR argument property. Yes. Yes. Okay. I think that's right. So far, okay, we're fucking shit up here. That's not good. Do WSR immediate probably needs the same treatment. Yeah. So here we need get WSR argument of lm. Okay, let's try again. Argument is not defined at 142. True. Okay, that's promising. Promising. And so now we should be able to add in our ingredients. We should be able to add like a WSR argument attribute here. And here we're gonna just use like some attribute here that we want to pass in. So this has got to be like the almost like the selector that we want to use to do the delete, right? So can we just say like delete selector? Yeah, I'm curious to know what that says. Right, so we added delete selector property to each of these guys. Right? And the... Oh, wait. Maybe we just have direct. I like that. Right? So in here, we just give it like the ingredient property ID or something, right? Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, this is kind of hype. Okay. So now, when we have WSR.js, we also have the option of direct. Yeah. Wait, that's hype, dude. Okay, so now we can like look at the we can like print the argument here. Okay. Okay. So here we refresh, we hit delete here. Argument is not defined. Hype. That sucks. Yeah, it is just not, huh? Okay, let's try that. Deleted 187, 186, 185, 65. Wait, this is perfect, dude. Let's go. Okay, so now we can like pass in these like whatever we want here, right? We're just like fucking feed this shit in here. And now what this should be is like a query selector, I think. Yeah, so can we on all of these guys add in the like ingredient property ID and just hook that thing up, right? So we put that on all of these guys. Put them on the label, put them on the input, right? And when we delete, can we then do like a request delete from the DOM? So WSR needs to provide a function to like something that's like delete elem by query. You know what I mean? And we have like delete elem by query is going to take in the like query pointer, query len, and that's it, right? We just delete everything that matches this fucking query. DOM element can remove itself. Yeah, but we want it so that when we click this button, we delete all three of these guys, which is like a little annoying. Right, so I think doing a query here is easier because this is like in one big grid, right? So it's not like trivial in this world to like delete myself. Now, maybe you could redo this as like a list of flex boxes, in which case then it would be easier, but I kind of am down to just kind of see if this works. You know? So document query selector all, and we run the query. And for node of nodes, we do like node remove. Easy. Easy. Okay. So then we need to hit up some WSR zig things for this. We call it delete element by query. And this is just like query pointer, query len, which then we need to bind over here somewhere. So this is like pub function, delete by query. We take the query and we just pass that along here to imported delete element by query with query pointer and query len. Okay. So now we should be able to go over to ingredient.zig. And here we should be able to say that on delete, we do delete element by query, and we just know that this is based off the ingredient property ID. So it's like ingredient property ID is like equal to the query buffer. So query buff is like, you know, a bunch of U8s. We have std format buff print into query buff with this, oopsies. With WSR get input buffer. Catch return, I guess, or like handle error. Okay. Yeah, that's like a maybe. So now, what's he mad about? Hello? What did we fuck up? We must have generated some invalid HTML or something. Okay, it's something to do with these. Oh. Attribute has to go before content. True. Okay, so now I'm hoping that when I click this, all of these three go away. Unlucky. Not a valid selector. Okay, how do we query selector attribute value? I know it's possible, I just did it wrong. Okay, how do I fucking... Oh my god. Query selector. CSS selectors? Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Attribute. Boom. Okay, here we go. Yeah, is it not? Atter equals, no? Whose atter is exactly value. Is that not what I did? Does he need to be in quotes? Yeah, he does. Maybe that's it. Oh, let's fucking go, dude. So I delete the protein one. This, and this should go away. Come on, man. Come on. That's so sick. Okay, but we actually we need to actually change this. It shouldn't be on property delete. This should be request property delete. Okay? So we have another one. This is like request property delete. And this guy is going to do like WSR request fetch here, right? With some body, right? So he's going to be like, ID is this. And let's think for a second. So he's got to request some fetch on ingredient properties, I think, with the ID. So just like, I don't know. So it's like go to ingredient properties with properties with the ID. Okay. Then it's like URL body nothing method delete callback is on property delete, right? And then we just need one more thing here is that this guy needs to support like an argument, right? Having like ID here as an argument here would be hype. Okay. Okay. So here we have null for these. What's this about here? Missing comma. I get it. I get it. So request put undefined to 0 again. This is going to get deleted anyways. Okay, and then in the WSR, we need to support having an argument there. So callback pointer, arg pointer, and arglan. We have arg is this. And then arg. Finex, thank you for the tier 1. Much appreciated. Arg, I guess, goes here. So if oh, he is supposed to come back with the response, huh? Yeah, so how do we fucking decide? Yeah, that's annoying. I guess that's fine though. So here we just say like, if arg, we use the arg. Otherwise we use the body response. If arg is not equal to null and this, I guess it's like, it's more like if arg is not equal to null, otherwise we do this. I guess we do need to like encode and decode. That's kind of funny. This is probably wrong, but whatever. Yeah, that's fine. We'll make it work. That's a good enough hack for now. He's mad about something. Syntax error, and he's just like chilling with that. God damn it, dude. What fucking language? Where the fuck is my syntax error? Hello. Oh, no, this is it. Syntax error from JavaScript? Or from Zigland? Oh, he's probably mad that, like, request fetch here. No, this is right. Empty string, empty string. Promise pending on properties. Like, what is happening? Dude, I'm so confused. Call Wasm target. Can we log this? Calling this. Calling page init. Okay. The fuck? Done. Done page init. So this is not what's happening. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Wait. I just logged this in the wrong spot. On properties response, on ingredient response. Oh, I'm a dumbass, dude. Call on response needs to check if it's null and undefined here. No. What the fuck is going on? Because before we were supposed to do the body. What is arg here? Arg. No, this is only once, arg empty string. Oh. And arg length is not equal to this or something? Is that really what's happening here? Yeah, there's something. What the fuck? The fuck? Oh, yeah, this is not. I'm just a dumbass. This thing's never null. It's literally always a string. Yeah. My bad. Much better. Okay. So now we're hoping what? I click this thing and it should do a request to delete, which it did. And then when that finishes, he should come back and do something, which he can't do anymore. Calling request property delete. So call on response at 63. Here, he's mad. Interesting. Oh, this is the wrong length. God damn it. Yeah, we should do this differently. We should be like, this stuff comes up here. Else, if body length is equal to 0. Yeah, it's like data is null here. You know, something like this. Because then we can do this here, and this is common code now. So this is just like if data is not equal to null, then we do this. That seems a little better. Okay, refresh. Delete protein. Oh, and it's fucking gone, dude! Yeah, okay, so I delete vitamin A here. Delete, hard refresh, vitamin A still fucking gone. So that means we've like talked to the server callback comes into Wasm land. Wasm land, yeah, so sorry, on button, link to Wasm. Wasm requests delete with a callback. Delete callback is called and it deletes the data from the DOM. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, so now the last thing to do here is attach to these guys. These guys need to like adjust the properties when I change them, which they're probably not doing right now. Yeah. So, how the fuck do we do that? It's like when we are making this thing, we have to do some like WSR on event change. We have the property is value, and we are calling request or like on property value change. Yeah. Okay. So then we have down here like on property value change. Let's just do a little log here. Changed. Okay. We click, 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 click. So that's really good. We're seeing like the value here. Bad news bears. We need more than this. Right? So we need both the we need both the value as well as which ID this has. So I don't know, like that means that we need to support like multiple arguments or something, which is not ideal. Not ideal at all. I wonder if that means that like we need a way to like request content, or we need a way like a more advanced like inject stuff thing. It feels like here like we do have like if we could call here WSR get attribute, get self attribute, right? With ingredient property ID. That kind of solves it, right? This kind of solves the same use case as the callback argument. And then we could also call like get self property. We can honestly do both here. You know what I mean? Which isn't like too crazy. Yeah, let's do this for now. And then maybe we need to like, do we still need all these argument types? Right? Like a lot of this can probably go away. But you know, we're experimenting, so this is kind of how it goes. It's evolving. Evolving. So we have get self property and attribute. Okay. Get self property. So property pointer, property len. But where does it go? Where does it go though? I wonder if it just goes into the input buffer. It's not crazy. Yeah, I guess that is where it goes. It's kind of weird, but so we do like a const prop is, you know, get wasm string property pointer, property len, and then we like allocate an input buffer for the like we like encode this thing. Can we just do this? Feed wasm, like set wasm input buffer. Let me just do this. It's kind of easier. No. Encoder, encode. Right, so this is like all this. Boom. Set wasm input buffer to prop. And then we have get self attribute. Right, so it's like this, and then current node get attribute. Whatever. Okay. So here we go back to WSR zig, and we have like pub function get self attribute. He calls, and he probably like returns this thing. And this is like imported, you know, get self attribute name pointer name len, and we do the same thing, and we do like s attribute property. Okay, okay. Get self attribute. We're getting so close. Yup. Yup. Okay, so then we should be able to do this, and we could be able to be like, change this to this. Now, this is a problem, actually, because this stuff is moving. So it's almost like here, we need to make sure that we're putting this stuff on an allocator. A little weird, but yeah, this is really dangerous. Yeah, so maybe this doesn't return anything, and that makes it a lot clearer, right? So can we do like handle error, what is it, like page get instance, or else return. Let me move this in here. No, maybe it's more like this. Try on property value change like this. Okay, now this stuff can go like here. Try on property value change. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Nope, I did want this to be part of page. I forgot. I forgot. On property value change. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Okay. This stuff goes into page. So that we can go like this. Because now we have page. We can go page, arena, self. Reset. Like this. Then we can use this. We can say like self, arena, allocator, dupe. And we can do the same thing with value string. After we do this. Much better. Okay, we're close, we're close. That builds? I forget. Yeah. Okay. Prop is not defined, huh? That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, this is just the wrong word. Let's try again. There we go, baby. Change 195 to 232. So we can now like extract the things that we need out of the HTML attributes or from like the node attributes, whichever we want, which is pretty hype. There is like some overhead there, but like fuck it. And so now all we have to do is like request like a fetch of something to something. I don't know what yet. Probably like ingredient properties. Probably with like, where's our other types here? Ingredient property mod is like literally just the value. That's fine. This actually be like this. This can be like this. And now here, wherever the fuck we are, it goes to like ingredient properties. Oh, yeah, it's like URL. Stood, I guess we have like, yeah. I guess we can do like stood format alloc print with like ingredient properties and this ID. So this is ID string here. And then we have body is going to be like a stood JSON stringify alloc with our arena. With like the ingredient modification property mod, you know, with value is equal to value string. Okay. Okay. That's looking close. With stringify options, I don't give a fuck. Okay, so now we go to the URL with body. Method is put, callback, null, null. Okay. So now we're hoping that when I click this, we get a put on this guy to 13.7. And if I hard refresh this guy, we see 13.7. I refresh here, 14.7. Hard refresh, 14.7. Let's fucking go, baby. That's actually so fucking sick. All right. So that covers like basically all of the use case of this page. We're not like 100% there, right? Because if we go back to like the real one, I think there are a couple more buttons up at the top right? Promote to category and I solemnly swear all enter information is true, as well as this add property box. But we're definitely getting somewhere. We're like maybe halfway, which is pretty hype. It's fucking sick that this works. Like, what are we at here? Okay, so first of all, let's do word count lines of res ingredient JS 217, and we're at where are we at? 314. So we are a little bit longer. But that's okay. It's okay, I don't mind. I don't feel like this is like uber complex, which is sick. Pretty fucking cool. Alright, cool. I think that's a good place to call for today. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like what we saw, we stream most days. We aim for 12:30 Pacific time to 4 o'clock Pacific time. It is 4:30 now, so if you're watching us live, anywhere between 4 hours ago and half an hour ago is when you should expect to see us. We are working right now on this Wasm side rendering thing as a part of this, what do we want to call this? Like meal tracker website that we're working on. If you want to keep up with that, there's a YouTube link in the Twitch description. Some stuff ends up there, some stuff does not. And the category, like the distinction is essentially if I think that I can post it to YouTube or not, right? If the algorithm will like it. So if you want to see all the stuff that is not posted to YouTube, you either have to catch us live on Twitch or if you subscribe on Patreon, Twitch, or join as a YouTube member, you get access to the rest. The reason we do that is because we need something to give people who want to support, and this stream will die if I do not get enough support, right? If I run out of money, I will have to get a job. So supporting directly contributes to increasing the lifetime of this stream, but obviously no pressure. I think that's it. YouTube, peace out, and Twitch, let's find someone to raid.